Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, I wasn't going to pick the camera up today. I basically decided to have a day off of everything. And I'll go through exactly how my morning went today in a minute. But yeah, just basically decided to have a day off of everything. But you know what? I'm sitting here now and I'm just remembering what I've said so many times that, I don't deserve to live this clean, healthy, fit life unless I'm willing to inspire other people by making these videos. Because, it's a fact that throughout my whole adult life, I've lived as a waste man and I haven't lived right. So, as I've mentioned so many times, again, if I'm going to live this healthy, clean life, then I need to be willing to put the work in to keep myself fit and healthy, both physically and mentally. But also, I need to continue to make these videos on a daily basis, which is a promise I made to inspire other people. So I don't get to have days off. And I need to constantly remind myself of that. I've also basically proved to myself through the first half of this day that having days off isn't an option. It's not good for me. It potentially makes me spiral off into a dark place. Now, I'm not feeling particularly great. I'm not, depressed by any means. Now, the way my morning went this morning is I woke up at 7:30. And I even had that thought in my mind, as I mentioned at the end of yesterday's video, when I woke up, it's like, right, I want to go back to bed. And I was actually able to think to myself, right, I want to go back to bed, but part of me wants to stay up. And the hardest one of those two things, the thing that's the hardest work out of those two options is staying up. And I still went back to bed. It's just madness how, the morning version of me is just not me. It's not who I want to be. I'm just so inherently lazy when I wake up. And it just leads me to end up, once I do wake up, feel ashamed of myself, regret, not doing what I need to in the morning. If I get up at 7:30, I know that eventually I won't be tired anymore. And then, a couple of hours later when I'm actually awake, I'll be proud of myself and glad that I actually got up. I know that if I don't get up and, I allow my lazy mind to keep me in bed, I know even when I'm laying there, struggling to get out of bed, I know that I'm going to regret it. I know that the fact that I haven't been able to get up is going to be the reason that I'm going to be feeling down about myself and, going down that path towards depression. But I still am unable to battle that lazy mind of mine in the morning and get myself out of bed. And it's a daily battle, and it is grinding at me, I can't lie. It's got to the point where it's it seems like it's the only battle in my life, getting up in the morning. Because once I get up in the morning, everything else, I wouldn't say it falls into place. Life is a daily struggle, but everything somewhat then, with, me working on it falls into place. But, if I don't get up in the morning, it's like my day's ruined, straight away. Now, this morning, I couldn't get out of bed until 11:15. It's madness. Now, admittedly, I sort of went back to bed at 7:30 and then, I sort of lay there and think, right, I'll get up in 15 minutes. I'll get up in 15 minutes. And it just keeps going 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. But I sort of got to 8:30 and then just decided that I'm having a day off. I decided that I'm laying in bed until I'm not tired anymore, until I want to get up. But it's just an excuse. At 8:30, when I've made that excuse, it's just an excuse for me not to, give myself a kick up the backside and get out of bed. And I know laying there, from 8:30 until 10:45, that I'm going to regret that decision. I know that it's just an excuse. I know that, having a day off of everything, having a day off writing in my journal, having a day off, meditating, having a day off exercise, I know that it's not an option. I know that it's going to be really bad for me. But I'm still laying there, I've made the decision now, I'm having a day off. And you know what? It's literally the same as back in the day when I'd be, sometimes when I went to pick up cocaine, I would sit there and I'd spend 20 minutes in my mind, should I ring my dealer? Shouldn't I ring my dealer? Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? For 20 minutes. And then eventually I'd make the decision to ring the dealer. And then once I'd rung the dealer and decided I'm getting on it, that was it then. That was it. I was just along for the ride. It was as if there's no chance of me changing my mind. Now, my dealer's all right. I could easily ring him up and say, do you know what, mate? Something's come up, or do you know what, mate? I've changed my mind. And there'd be no problem at all. So it wasn't that. Even if after I'd picked up the cocaine, I could just throw it away. Like, it's there's nothing stopping me. Like, I could have thrown it away. Like, if I sort of decided, before I'd done the first line that it was a bad idea, which I used to all the time, I could have thrown it away. But it's almost like once I'd made that decision, that's it. Even though I know that I'm going to regret it in the future. And it's the same as this morning, I'm laying in bed, right? I've made the decision that I'm having a lie-in. I've made a decision that I'm having a day off. And then I lay there knowing that that is the wrong decision, but not being able to sort of go back on my decision. It is madness. And yeah, it really has got to the point where me not getting up in the morning, like, it's really affecting me. Like, now, I have to say, as I've said, loads of times, I am grateful that I'm not having to battle with taking drugs and drinking alcohol. I know that it's still in there somewhere, and I know that if I don't continue to work on myself, I could end up back living that life, which is the reason why I need to not have days off in terms of my health and stuff. But, I'd rather be battling I'd rather never ever get up on time. I'd rather be ashamed of myself every day and disappointed with myself every day for not getting up than being disappointed with myself for taking drugs, right? Obviously, my life that I've got now is a million times better than the life I had where I'm battling with drugs. But I need to crack this getting up in the morning, because it's like night and day. It's like the difference between a good day and a bad day is all on whether I get up or not. And it's nothing to do with the amount of hours sleep I'm having. Like last night, I think I stayed up till midnight. But no insomnia. As it happens, the really loud neighbour that lives upstairs, I don't want to count my chickens and think they've moved out. But yeah, they've obviously gone away. Like, they're Americans, so maybe they've gone to America for a week or something. So the last few nights there hasn't been an issue at all with the noisy neighbours. Like, so I've been able to get sleep. Like, so it's nothing to do with the amount of hours I'm having. Like last night, I've had like 10 hours sleep or something. You know what I mean? No one needs that much sleep. It's literally nothing to do with the amount of hours of sleep I have. It's literally because when I wake up in the morning, I am lazy. Like, I'm inherently lazy. Like, everything goes out the window. Like, just because I want to stay in bed. Like, because I'm tired. Like it's unbelievable. Like, I work hard every day at trying to get my stuff done and try and stay focused on my work and focus on, my health and my fitness and stuff. And even then, I know I can do more. I want to be progressing. I want to be getting to the point where I'm doing way more than I have ever done on a really busy day. Like, but if I can't get over this getting up early in the morning, then I'm never going to get there. But even, my sort of busy days at the moment, which aren't as busy as I want them to be in the future, even those busy days compared to who I am in the morning, it's just night and day. And it's madness. It's literally madness. So yeah, today, as I say, I got up at 11:15, decided to have a day off. Like, I come into the front room, I said to Kat, right, I'm having breakfast straight away, And I know she's like automatically going to be worried, like, because she knows how bad things can get for me. But, I kind of persuaded myself that, yeah, I was having a day off. Like, people have days off, don't they? All these people that are, living, more busy lives than me, more healthy and fit lives than me, they all have days off. So I persuaded myself I was having a day off, had my breakfast straight away, dived into editing yesterday's video on this channel, and everything's going like semi-well. I ended up putting the security light up outside, as I mentioned on yesterday's video, and it works absolutely fine. So it literally was the bulb that was at fault with the old one. I had a bit of a mission because there's a massive hole in the wall where the wires come through, and I thought, we'll fill that with expandy foam. But the expandy foam bottle that I had in the shed was an old one, and it weren't coming out. But then I ended up stabbing a screwdriver into it, and then it all like gushed out. Like, so now I've got all sticky stuff all over my hands. So that was like kind of the start of everything's going wrong, like, sort of thing. Not that little thing has bothered me. It's just that sort of started a mental trend, if you like, where, after I'd done that, I just came into the front room here and, started watching YouTube videos, and then started having the idea of not going to Kat's parents for dinner today, which was what I was supposed to do, and I haven't done. I told Kat I'm not coming, and she's gone on her own. And yeah, I'm just sort of sitting here now thinking, should I go and do the work on my car to end the video that I'm working on, that I basically decided not to do because I've got my injured foot and I was going to leave that until the next video, leave it as a bit of a cliffhanger. So yeah, sort of using that, should I actually go and do that bit of work on the car, which is then like an excuse to not go to Kat's parents. But now she's gone to her parents and I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe I won't bother going to do that. It's just like my mind's just looking for any excuse to sort of not do what I need to do. What I needed to do today was get up at 7:30, go through my routine, then, have my cold shower and have my breakfast, then do what I need to on my MacBook and help Kat put the light up, have like a beard trim and go to Kat's parents with her. So it's just like the whole day has been messed up just by my utter laziness in the morning. And now I'm trying to salvage a day out of it. And, I'm sitting here now deciding what shall I do? What shall I not do? It's nuts, man. It's nuts. I know to some of you guys out there watching this, getting up in the morning is probably not that much of a big deal. Loads of people get up early for work and stuff. I've always struggled with getting up early. When I was at school, I would never get to school on time. I was waking up later than I had to be at school. My school was an hour bus journey away. When I first started my job at Royal Mail, I started doing 2 in the afternoon till 10 at night because I knew that the other option, 6 in the morning till 2 p.m, just weren't an option. And then, eventually, once I'd got my foot in the door, I couldn't even get to work at 2 p.m. And then, more recently, the job I had last at Royal Mail was 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. And I was never there before 12 noon. It's madness. It's just whatever time I'm supposed to do stuff, I'm just lazy and I'll get there late. It's mad. My Royal Mail job, if I was supposed to be there at 10, I probably would have been there at 11. But because I was supposed to be there at 11, I don't get there till 12. Yeah, it's madness. I will continue to try to get up at 7:30 every day. I know I have to. But yeah, today's the first day really where I've sort of said, do you know what, I'm having a day off. Whereas up until then, it's been fail, try again, fail, try again, fail, try again. And it's kind of scary that, if I've kind of made the decision to not even, to sort of accept that I'm having a day off, am I on the start of that spiral? Yesterday I didn't go for my walk around the block, but that was, I tried and my foot hurt too much. Today, I didn't even try to, do any of my routine. I stayed in bed till 11:15, and just sort of basically decided not to make a video today. But yeah, I just sat here now and it's I just reminded myself that I don't really have the right to decide not to make a video on this channel. I've said so many times that, in my opinion, I only deserve to live this clean, healthy, fit life, free of drink and drugs, if I'm willing to put the work in every day and if I'm willing to continue making these videos to inspire people, because I do get messages all the time from people saying that these videos help. So that's why I've decided to put the camera on now. So, how can I expect other people to keep fighting to improve their lives if I'm on here on YouTube, basically giving up? So look, tomorrow morning's going to be another battle. I know it will be. And, statistically, there's probably more chance that I'm going to fail than succeed. But, I've got to stay in the fight. I've just got to keep trying. I owe it to myself and I owe it to everyone else who's, watching these videos and, finding them useful. So I think the only answer is to turn this camera off, write my journal, have a meditation session. And then I don't think going for a walk is a very good idea still, because I've got my busted toe. But yeah, then I'm going to have to crack on with some sort of exercises. All right, so I've just written in my journal and I've just done a 20-minute meditation session. What I've also just done is created another alarm for the mornings using my voice. So I'm going to be waking up tomorrow with me shouting at me and telling me how much of a lazy I am and how I should stay up regardless of how tired I am. So, we'll see if that works. I think the Andrew Tate alarm that I made has just lost its novelty, because I've been able to sort of ignore that so many times, it's just never going to work again. So tomorrow morning, we'll see if, it works, me telling me to stay up. Anyway, what I'm going to do now, because it's now gone 4:00, I want to get round to the garage and I want to film me investigating to see what happened with my car the other day, because I am going to put that in the car video that I'm working on now. I was kind of trying to cut that corner just because I've got a sore foot. But no, I'm going to stick to the plan. I'm going to get round there and I'm going to do that. So that's the only reason why I'm not having a workout right now, but I will be later. So yeah, let's get myself around the garage. All right, so I managed to get myself around to the garage here at home to do what I planned to do. One of the parts that I removed from the car, underneath the car, was really heavy, so that was interesting, you know, with my dodgy shoulder. And yeah, just everything in general is more hassle when you're trying to be careful because you've got a dodgy foot. But it is what it is, managed to soldier through. And yeah, really glad that I did manage to get round to the garage. Now, before I have a shower, I want to have some sort of workout, and I think I'm going to bang out some arms and chest. I think I should be able to do push-ups as long as I don't put my little toe or my left foot down on the ground. So I'm going to do that for my chest, and I'll do some bicep curls for my biceps and some triceps extensions. And then I'll have a shower. This is crazy, man. Trying not to hurt my chest and back and my foot at the same time. We'll just leave it at 10, I think. Yeah, I managed my normal 20 that time. Alright, so I've had a shower and I'm just importing the clips that I recorded around the garage a little while ago. And even though I didn't go to Kat's parents for dinner today, the dinner has come to me. This is just the starter. The Italians don't do one-course meals. And it should be good because they've got family over from Italy, so they'll be looking to impress them. And for the main course, we have lamb shank. Yummy. Oh wait, there's a dessert as well. This is called a sfogliatella. Is that right?
Sfogliatella.
That's exactly what I said. A sfogliatella. It's a swallatella. All right, it's now 20 past midnight and I've spent the whole of the evening working on my MacBook. I've finished editing the car video, so that will definitely be going up tomorrow. And I've actually just sat and edited everything on this video up to now. Now, in the recent past, I've been trying to go to bed at 11 every night because I'm worried about, not being able to get up in the morning. But more recently, that hasn't made a difference. I've been struggling to get up regardless. So, maybe I need to be more willing to work later into the night and then still find a way to stop being lazy in the morning, because staying up late isn't, the be all and end all in terms of me getting up the next morning. Another thing that I've sort of realised is that if I can, edit these videos before I go to bed rather than doing them, the next day, it's going to kind of reinforce in my mind the need to keep fighting to stay on track. I've just sat and edited the footage that I recorded earlier, when I was really feeling a lot of regret about me staying in bed until 11:15 this morning. So, maybe me sort of looking back through stuff the same day rather than leaving the editing until the next day might be good for me. Who knows? At the end of the day, I know I need to keep trying. Even if I keep failing, I need to keep trying. I need to not allow my mind to come in and tell me that, it's ridiculous, me keep trying and failing. My mind keeps telling me that I'm going to look stupid on these videos because I'm trying to preach about living a healthy life and self-improvement, but I keep failing. But that's not the case, because, the fact of the matter is that people that don't try self-improvement, people who don't try and improve their lives, they just carry on without worrying about trying to improve. They don't worry about where they're failing in life because they just accept it. And I've chosen that I don't want to be one of them people. I want to be someone that's continually trying to improve, but that is going to involve a lot of failure. You can't improve without failure. It's not about what happens when you succeed. It's all about failing and then carrying on, keep getting back up, getting knocked down and keep getting back up. The fact that I am so sort of regretful and, about when I don't get up in the morning, the fact that it really does affect me is because I'm so passionate about the idea of improving my life, so I need to stay in the fight and I need to keep going, because I know that if things spiral out of control, I know what's at the bottom of that spiral, but also because I've made a commitment to keep making these videos to inspire other people. I genuinely believe that it's a calling. So look, I will be going to bed soon, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow, and find out then if tomorrow morning is any better in terms of me being able to get up. The truth is, I've actually got to borrow my girlfriend Kat's car tomorrow, so I have to get up to give her a lift to work, which sometimes makes it easier in a way, because I know I have to get up if I'm going to be able to use her car. But there's been many times in the past where I've still failed and just made that decision in the morning when I'm really lazy to not borrow Kat's car and let her go to work without me getting up. So it might make it statistically more likely for me to succeed to get up, but it certainly isn't a foregone conclusion. So look, massive thanks as always to everyone who's tuned into this video. I hope it's been somewhat helpful or motivational. As always, feel free to say hello in the comments and we'll have a chat, or get in touch with me through the usual channels. All the links to all that will be in the description. But other than that, I'll speak to you tomorrow.